Full Game Prometheus, giving you another full game breakdown. This is with the Detroit Lions. Going to be jumping into Draft Champions. Just want to go ahead and give you a refresher of my team that I actually have drafted. I've got a lot of skill positions. Nobody in the offensive line and no tight ends. Actually, none of these players, none of these positions actually came available to me to draft in the Draft Champions that I did a couple weeks ago. But I was able to go ahead and get a lot of wide receivers. I've got a lot of studly wide receivers: Amari Cooper, M. Thomas, Eric Decker, and I've got Gurley, and then Elway was my first overall pick. Now on defense, it was not exactly the best draft, I don't think. Actually drafted basically 2 free safeties, so I put McCourty and HaHa Clinton Dix at my positions of the safeties. I've also picked up Davis as my middle linebacker, and I've got very, very elite corners on the corners, ironically, with Joseph and Cromartie. Now, this is where things start getting a little bit weird. I had a 3rd string corner that actually picked up Verrett, and then I actually have a 4th string corner in Lippett. So that was the reason why I decided to go with a dollar scheme, so I can utilize those players. Now, one of the things that actually helps this dollar scheme is I'm actually going to have some elite defenders up front. I've got Haley at a 91, Darius at 94, and I've got this guy, I can't pronounce his last name, he's from Detroit, 87. These guys are really, really good players, so that's going to give me some good speed up front to rush, and if I run into somebody who didn't really draft an offensive line, they're going to get block shed, so I might get a lot of coverage sacks from this. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into the gameplay and see how things work out. All right, going to be going against D Smuggler 15. And we got a lot of the same players as far as who we drafted. Let's see. Playing at Pittsburgh, and he's got New England, and actually I defaulted to Minnesota as my uniform. So let's go ahead and kick off. We're going to be getting the ball in the second half, so that's just the way we like it. All right, so I got the ball down in the 17-yard line. If he comes into running formations where he's got running formation like a 2-1-2, I'm going to use this as my base defense and get out of that based on running and passing situations. So we're going to go into the safety blitz. And he runs, and my guys are right there to go and stop that real quick. And there's no way he caught that. Cromartie was there to go ahead and stop that, so he tried to do a quick huddle, a quick snap right there, and it didn't work out for him. I'm going to go in a dollar here, and I'm going to try to go ahead and pop him with the strong close fire. Good play. Excellent play. God, I tried to hit him with a blitz. Probably should have went into the cross blitz right there. Actually, use just the base defense, but he was able to go ahead and catch me off guard, and the pressure was just coming off the other side. He ran away from it, and I don't think I sent my guy against him quick enough, so that was probably half the problem. So that's a huge play. You know, it is what it is. Good play by him. All right, so I got the ball up to the 28, and we're going to go into our base offense, which is going to be the single back ace pair. We're going to hit him with the motion zone weak. My offensive line is really not that good, so if he doesn't have a very good defensive line, I might be able to get some push, but I'm really not going to be establishing a lot of this with my running game, even though I've got a fairly good running back in Gurley, so that's good. I'll take that. You went into cover 2. All right, so I think he stayed in cover 2 again, and that's actually slowed up my reads. This is perfect. This is exactly what I want to do. This is somebody I want to run into, and somebody who likes to use the cover 2. And that's actually a terrible way to start this. So goes in a cover 2 spy. I'm going to go ahead and stay with, I'm going to kick the ball off to this guy. 4th and 22 is an eternity. He got a nice little block shot off my offensive line, and I couldn't wait for that. So he's going to attack me with cover 2, and this is perfect. This is a perfect situation for me because I ran into a couple people that have actually used cover 2 exclusively, and I've struggled against it. And if I can get some stops on defense, there you go. So stop him right there. So down by score. Let's go back into our base defense and try to stop this guy's run. Nothing happened right there. And that should have been intercepted. He threw right to coverage. That should have totally been intercepted right there. Good run. Good run. I was actually just trying to set up a blitz and didn't really concentrate on him actually running the ball. So just love how that play just stops a run. There you go. So he threw an interception right there. Just a bad throw by his quarterback. I don't know where he was going with that play, but I got a lucky break right there because it was just a bad throw. So you see if he stays in cover 2. It sure looks like it. We're going to hit him with a screen right here. Oh, come on. Come on. So he's just going to stay in this cover 2. That's just a bad pass by Elway. Totally bad pass. Now he's in cover 3. And he's on an island. There you go. That's what I was looking for. Should have stayed in that cover 2. Should have stayed in that cover 2, man. Gonna go back in a stick again. There we go. So Thomas is able to go ahead and get a nice little completion for me right there. Go back into the inside zone here. We're going to do the wide receiver screen on the other side, just because this guy just falls into his cover 2. There you go. Back into the cover 2, just hit him with a little screen routes to go ahead and get a touchdown. Now, so I need a good stop against this guy. He's able to go ahead and hit a huge play. All right, so he got the ball up to 28-yard line. Got actually a very good takeoff right there. So we're going to go ahead and stay in the dollar again. We're going to hit him with cover 3 here, just to give him a different look. I didn't have my blitz set up. There you go. So pressure off the edge right there. He didn't have anybody blocking for him. We're going to do cover 3, drop show 2. Oh, that was my defender was right there. You got to be kidding me. You got it totally away with one, you clown. Good read. Good read. Wow, what happened there? Good read. Ah, this guy's getting some lucky breaks right now. He's going to chew the clock against me. Now it's coming down to... I'm going to go ahead and stay with cover 2 hard flats. Where's my defender? Where's my defender? He should have been up there and floated up in that zone. All right, so that guy got a lucky break right there because I had a defender. There's a yellow zone right there. Someone should have fell back there to actually play that route. So that's one of the frustrating things about Draft Champions is that sometimes your players get a little bit loosey-goosey. And what's aggravating to me is that defensive back over there is actually rated 80, so he should have some kind of awareness right there. So that does suck, but you know, it is what it is. So this guy's actually doing a fairly good job against my defense. I haven't had really good success showing this guy any kind of success with actually stopping him. But I think he's going to keep staying in this cover 2, and it's hard not to. There you go. Oh, come on! No! You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, so you know what? This is one of those games. One of those games where your opponent is going to get breaks. It's like the CPU hates you. There you go. Thank you. It's about time. Thank you. This guy's just sitting in his cover 2, and he's just waiting for me to go ahead and beat it. And when I got drop passes like that, I went back to the same play, and he was still able to go ahead and get away with that. Can you believe that? All right, so 25 seconds left. He's got time for roughly about 5 plays. I got to get a stop against this guy. Good play. Good play. Comeback route. That's smart. Good call. This guy's got more depth. He's not that bad of a player. There you go. So I messed up his reads right there. Screen. Good call. Good call. Excellent call. So he's got time for a field goal. He'd be stupid to lob it up. There you go. So that was stupid right there to do that draw play. That was terrible clock management by him. You shouldn't have done that. He actually had a shot of 3 points. He should have taken the 3 points right there. So bad clock management. So the guy did a comeback route, which is actually something you don't necessarily see with a lot of players. So that actually was a smart read. So I don't understand the depth of this guy's intelligence as far as what kind of a player he is. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, God. Talking and not concentrating. That was half the battle right there. So let's go back into the single back ace pair. We're going to do the motion weak. And because this guy keeps staying in this cover 2 defense, just keep staying in this cover 2. He's not getting out of it. Oof. What was that? That was a bad decision. Did you run commit? What was that? That was ugly. Mike Blitzo. Alright, so that was very unorthodox. He ran commit. He must have just got big thumbs on the sticks right there, but was able to go ahead and capitalize and get an easy touchdown against him. Let's see what this guy's got on his offense. There we go. So able to go ahead and tackle him short. He took a bad angle. We're going to go back to the 43, and we're going to use that safety, strong safety blitz. Here, he just threw right into coverage, so he just got crazy right there. And I'm going to go ahead and get myself a good interception right there, and I think he's going to quit out. I think this is going to be it. So, very rough start. Not a very good start, so you actually conceded. So I was able to go and pick up a win against DSHM Malager 15. I can't pronounce these names, and I know you guys are entertained by it. But I'm able to go and pick up a victory against this guy with this Lions playbook scheme. This guy was very unorthodox. He showed some brilliance, but I just think that he was lacking certain aspects of it. So if this guy was to get someone to coach him and teach him plays and make him teach some schemes and stuff like that, I think it'd actually be pretty good, because he was able to go ahead and grab like 14 points against me, and he had some pretty sustainable drives and had an opportunity to go ahead and go up 17-14 going into the half. So guys, I hope you pick up on this scheme. I hope you appreciate the scheme. We're going to keep rolling through this draft champions, try to get at least 5 games on the board just so we can get ourselves slated, and hopefully get a draft champions out of this by getting 6 victories. So once again, to my subscribers, thanks for your support, and until next time.